And we are back. Thanks for staying with us. Making her debut on the show this morning is Hilda Baci. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's so good to have you here.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here as well.
All right, great. I think she brought a piece of herself with her. And of course, it's going to come to life in a bit. This morning, she's making fisherman pepper soup, right?
Fisherman soup.
Okay, fisherman soup, not pepper soup, with rice.
Yes.
Herb
Flavored
rice.
Yes.
Great. Now let's run through the ingredients for the recipe.
Okay, so for the fisherman soup, it's pretty basic. Ideally, you need just fish. I'm just being extra. That's why we still have.
You are being extra.
Seafood. But then for the sauce, which is like the main base, we just need tatashe, fresh tomatoes, fresh pepper, and onions.
Okay.
And then we need red oil and seasoning cubes. That's it.
Okay.
And then you can season it with curry leaves or uziza leaves or scent leaves. Basically, anyone that you have readily available.
Okay. Where does the milk, the coconut milk, come in?
So this goes in the rice.
Okay.
But this isn't compulsory. When you're making flavored herb rice, you can flavor it with anything: garlic, you know, any kind of herbs that you have. So for today, we have, you know, fresh thyme, we have some parsley, we have some onions, just a mix of different things with the coconut milk to just give it an extra boost in flavor.
All right, great. I am pretty stoked about fisherman soup because I've never had fisherman soup before.
Really?
Yes, even when I'm at a restaurant and I sit on the menu, I'm like, no, not today.
Okay, maybe
so I guess today is the day, and I can eventually say, oh yes, or finally say, oh yes. I had fisherman soup that Hilda prepared. Great. So let's get cooking. What are we starting with?
Okay, so
let's put this on.
Okay.
Go ahead. What are we
So the first thing we're going to do is start with the fisherman soup, and the first thing you want to do is actually bleach the oil. Okay. So there are different ways, like they say, there are different ways to kill a cat. So there are different ways to actually do this recipe, but this is how my mother taught me. And one distinct thing about this way is lightly bleaching the oil gives it a particular flavor. Oh, really? Like it gives it like a toasted, you know, flavor. So you're not bleaching it all the way like you're making ofada sauce. Okay. Just like halfway through that, the oil is clear and it just has that smoky smell. So I'm guessing you also use the oil to just give a little bit of flavor while you're bleaching, right? Yes. Love it. Love it. Yeah. All right, guys. So we need to blend this. Okay. And, you know, start bleaching the oil. Guys, if you're just joining us, with me in the kitchen this morning is Hilda Baci, and we are making, or she's making, actually not me. I'm just here to supervise. It's a joint effort. It's okay. On your screen right there are the ingredients, people. She's making fisherman soup and flavored herb white rice. Quite a list of ingredients you have there. Yeah. Like you see, this is the food. I mean, this is... What a better way to celebrate this National Women's Day, isn't it, right? You go extra. Now, let's talk about other seafood alternatives that are easily accessible. Yeah. You know, just so that a lot of, you know, other people can have options to work with. Okay, so in terms of fish, we're using catfish today, and I think that's like the easiest one to get out there, but it's not restrictive. You can actually use any kind of fish that you have readily available. People have made this with Titus fish even. Yeah. Where I come from, there's this fish called ikpai. Ikpai. Yes, so they use that as well, and you can basically just use any other seafood that you can lay your hands on. There's a debate that snail is not really seafood because it's found on land. Oh, yeah. So there's that, but we have snails here, we have some prawns, and we have crabs. So ideally in Nigeria, most times you get like the really small crabs. Yeah, but these ones are really big. Yes, so I said we went to Port Harcourt to get... No, so I went to Makoko. So if you go to Makoko, they actually have these seafoods in different sizes, and then there are other variations as well. So, you know, just basically work with what you have. Then we have some, you know, shrimp. Yeah, but if you make this with just fish, it's still just as nice, honestly. Great. Just work with what you can afford. Okay, great. I can't wait for us to, you know, get things started here in the kitchen. We're heating up the pan right now to begin bleaching our palm oil. And we're going to blend our ataro dough, our pepper, tomatoes, and our tatashe onions. All of that's really going to be blended in a bit. Winfrey
has decided to bring her lovely self to join us here in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Because the aroma was getting to her, and she just said, you know what, I got to be a part of what's happening here in the kitchen.
Yeah,
So
I actually had a
here,
lot.
darling.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, we still have Chef Hilda here, and we are making fisherman soup with flavored herb rice. Yes.
Flavored herb. So I've had fisherman soup before. I actually was in Cross River, I think, when I had it.
River State.
No.
Calabar.
Calabar, yes,
Okay.
that's where it was.
Okay.
And since then, I've actually not had it because I don't trust anywhere else to make it as good as they did.
Oh, nice.
Do you understand?
Well,
Yeah, so.
we'll see. Hilda's going to kill this, definitely. Okay, so Hilda, let's run through the ingredients once again. Tell us where we're at right now.
Okay,
And
so basically everything, the soup is
we need
literally on its way.
we need
to
some seeds.
enjoy. This is a beautiful view.
Yes,
Let's all
actually.
take
So
it in.
I think I already highlighted that it's important to bleach the oil if you're trying to make this exact recipe. So
Okay.
we did that, we bleached the oil, and then the next thing was we blended the pepper mix, which was tomatoes, fresh pepper, onions, and some
satashi.
satashi.
Okay.
And then we seasoned the pepper on ground.
Okay.
So the next thing I did was to put the pepper mix into the pot, fried it for a bit, and then I went in with the fish, the crabs, and the snails. So the prawns don't take that long to cook, which
Yeah.
is why you don't have to put them in, just immediately.
Yes.
So
Okay.
as I put everything in, because I have already seasoned it, now all you have to do is just wait and allow the fish, the crabs and the snails to cook in the sauce as well. So as the cooking goes, it's going to get thicker. So this soup is not something you make and you're expecting like a lot in terms of quantity, which is why when you go to restaurants and they make it, they make as you order. So you just make
the little
you know,
one.
quantities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once we allow the fish to cook, the sauce. The timing, the cooking time for the sauce is just as long as it takes the fish to cook.
cook,
So once
okay.
the fish is ready, the sauce is
Sauce
pretty
is
much
ready.
ready. So when the
Okay.
fish is about 85% cooked, I'll go in with the prawns and the shrimps, and then I'll garnish it with some scent leaves. And
Okay.
then we're good to go.
Now let's talk about the flavored herb rice.
Right. Okay, so I mean, it's really not so deep. I think what inspired recipes like this is just being tired of eating white rice just plain as they are.
It can be
So,
boring.
yeah, it gets boring. So you just want a little bit of flavor.
So what herb are we using?
So we're using some thyme and a little bit, like some fresh thyme and some rosemary. So I pretty much chopped some onions and stir-fried that with canola oil.
Okay.
And, stir-fried the rice as well. So the rice was raw and washed. So I stir-fried it with all the herbs and then a little bit of salt. Then I added the coconut milk and then now the rice goes in. So the rice is pretty much just cooking
So
with all
it's just
the herbs.
gonna cook with the coconut milk in
Yes.
it. That looks really good. I haven't had, or I haven't made actually, not had. I haven't made flavored herb rice before. So I think it's something I'm gonna try out this
You
weekend.
should definitely try
As a
it.
matter of fact, I think you have inspired the
The chef in you.
the chef in me. So
to
the
come out.
fisherman soup.
Yeah.
No, I actually love to cook. You know us now. We cook well.
Actually.
I love to cook. So yeah, the fisherman soup, I'm definitely going to cook it. I've never made it before. I've never tasted it before.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to taste it now for the first time, and then I think it's something I'll try out
fascinating
over
to
the
me that
weekend.
you're from like the
rivers areas, and I
you've
haven't had
never
fisherman
tried
soup,
fisherman
right?
soup.
I know. But quickly, yes, so if you're just joining us, people, here with me is Hilda, and of course, Winfrey. But here, Hilda is the chef, just in case you didn't know. And yeah, she's making fisherman soup and flavored herb rice. On your screen right now, in a bit, are the ingredients if you missed out on them earlier on. I know it's quite a list, but hey, you can also make do with whatever seafoods that are easily accessible to you. Right.
So tell me about the giant seafood. Like, why are they so big? And where did you get them from?
Makoko.
But you can,
Makoko.
yeah, I think there are vendors on Instagram and just in different. You can get them from supermarkets, but they're a lot more expensive. I'm extra. I feel like where I come from, we believe that if you're going to serve someone, you need to.
Where do you come? Where do you come from? Oh, I quite
So,
Oh, that's why
you
this
need
one
to
is
put
going
your
on.
back into it. So that's why
We
if
put our backs into it,
like, if
literally.
we want the crabs, we want the big ones. We want the fish. We want the big everything.
It's either we either go big or we
Or
go
go home.
home.
It's either you go
Right.
big or go
Now,
home.
quickly, let's talk about the cookathon because I know you have that coming on like
Yeah.
later on in April, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, quickly. run through that for us. What's it about?
So it's something I've been working on, or I've been working on doing for the past 5 years. It's never actually been done in Nigeria. So basically, I intend to set a record in Nigeria while trying to break an existing world record.
No, okay.
And simply put, I'm going to be cooking non-stop. Goal is to cook non-stop for 4 days, in hours. For 96
Please,
hours.
are you having people who are going to be eating this food?
Oh yeah, so it's a whole event. It's
wow.
open, you know, it's open.
4
People
days.
would come in, try out the foods, you know, give their reviews and all. But the style of the event is just basically me being there and doing all the cooking.
And you're going to cook like a wide array of all
wide
the
range of
food.
stuff. So it's almost like an extension of my restaurant, because I own a fast food restaurant in the heart of Lekki Phase 1. And obviously when you come there are multiple things readily available for you to just pick what you want, order, and you know, eat or take it to go. So it's basically going to be like an extension of that. Okay. I'm going to be making pretty much every single thing I sell at the restaurant, and also more, because there's so much more I can make, but there's a limit to what I can put on display.
Wow.
Welcome to the kitchen, Tracy. This is Chef Hilda Baci.
Hi, Tracy. Nice to meet you.
Oh, wow. And this morning she's made for you flavored herb rice with fisherman soup.
Yes, sir. You need to
I told you that we're about to earn with food.
I'm not surprised. Is Hilda Baci?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the crab, catfish, snail.
Food you can think about is in there.
Oh, goodness me.
Are you ready? Tracy,
You ready?
Are you ready?
I have a question. Where do we start from?
From the beginning.
Anywhere.
Start from
You
here.
start from the beginning.
In the beginning.
No,
In the beginning.
All right, go ahead.
Wow, that's a lot.
So,
I feel your
figure out
pain.
where you're going to start from. Make up your mind.
Maybe you can start by taking out the crab.
Okay.
And then 1 prawn, so you can see space.
Can I use my hand?
Yeah, please.
Sure. Oh, look at that. Oh. It's still breakfast TV, darling. It's still breakfast
Go
TV.
on, go
Okay.
on.
1 prawn. All right. 1 prawn. Hope it's not going to fall down. Okay.
Oh man, you guys are making me hungry
So now
just
you
looking
can
at you. I want.
That looks good, Hilda.
So Mazino is being very well behaved over there.
Tracy,
Mazino,
if
hope
you-
you're watching, eh?
I don't want to watch.
For the game you gave me,
I
okay?
don't want to watch. I want to be
And
there
this is
where
your
you are.
reward, actually, because you did so well with the game.
You actually did do.
Don't mind them. Whenever I don't win in the game, they always remind me.
Titi, this reminds me of.
Please,
He prefers the
please.
table before me.
Yeah, please enjoy. Let us know what you think. Yeah.
Try it out.
Quickly. Love it? Like
Amazing.
it? Oh, great. Well done.
So we're talking about
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, people, to all our guests, thank you so much for being on the show today. Till Monday.
yes, sir. We love you.
Bye bye, everybody.
Oh, it's Friday today.